An existential crisis, or existential dread, is an interval where a person may feel a lack of meaning or purpose in their life. People experiencing an existential crisis commonly report a feeling of indifference, purposelessness, or a lack of motivation. If you haven't already, go check out our other video on what is existential crisis, which goes over the basics of what an existential is, the 5 types of crisis, and symptoms. This video is a guide to surviving an existential crisis and making this experience one of the best things that's ever happened to you. In short, we're going to show you the science-backed 4-step framework to help you get out of a funk. Step 1 is to examine. In the previous video, we went over the what. Now let's go over the why of existential crisis. What is the cause of your crisis? The better you know your cause, the easier you'll be to grieve and move on past your crisis. And as you've probably figured out, there are multiple reasons why someone may be triggered into a crisis in their life. Here are the most common: a change in your environment, a change in relationship, job or career change, physical or mental health issue, death of a loved one, sudden injury, or lack of people interaction. So what's your reason for crisis? You may even be facing a combination of these reasons. Once you know your reason, you can work on your story. Step number 2 is to narrate. You need to be the hero of your journey. This is essential. Even if you don't feel like one, this may take some reframing, but it's still, again, essential. Every hero's narrative gives them a goal, something to strive for, something to fight for. There are 4 key elements that are used consistently throughout a hero's journey. 1. Identity. This is who the person is. This is their past, background, goals, and values. 2 is problem. This is the thing that needs to be overcome at all costs. 3 is solution. This takes care of the problem, or at least allows heroes to live with it. And number 4 is the payoff. This is what makes the struggle worthwhile in the end. Identity, problem, solution, payoff. These 4 elements are very important in the story, but they're also just as important in real life. So ask yourself, what's my narrative? What's my identity, problem, solution, and payoff? This could either be something in the future or something you're dealing with immediately. And here's the thing, most people already know their problem and payoff. They know why they're in a crisis, and they know the amazing things that they can accomplish if they escape that crisis. But they don't know 2 things, identity and solution. We'll cover these in a later step. On a side note, if you don't know any of your 4 components, that's okay. Getting out of an existential crisis takes time. Give yourself time to relax and go easy on yourself. Number 3 is find meaning. With traditional sources of meaning, like money, religion, and even personal relationships on the decline, we've got to create meaning in your life to get you through an existential crisis. Since your identity is closely tied to the meaning you associate with life, knowing what you stand for will help you make the right decisions. Which of these 7 primary values do you think best describes you? Number 1 is the giver. The giver is a person who wants to spread a message of happiness to others, even if their own circumstances are far less than ideal. Number 2 is a devoter. This type of person gives up their individuality to join a bigger cause. This is ultimately something greater than themselves, and anyone can be a devoter. Anyone can want to change the world by contributing their faithfulness. Number 3 is the creator. Do you get that feeling of excitement when you've got a brilliant idea, or express yourselves, or get to use innovative ways to solve problems? Creativity is such an important aspect of life, giving us a sense of purpose and contributing to the upward spiral of positive emotions. Additionally, creators aren't just found in fields like art and music. That bookkeeper can be a creator, so can that salesperson who finds unique ways to increase sales. Number 4 is the pleasure seeker. These people see the world as a gift. You were put here to experience life and seek pleasure. Pleasure seekers do things like enjoy the moment. Take delight in small things, seek bigger thrills by traveling, looking for ways to feel good in every situation. Number 5 is the achiever. The achiever strives for success no matter what. They dedicate themselves to their goals so that they can reach their potential peaks. Achievers can be found in athletes, CEOs, managers, and extreme Guinness World Record holders. Number 6 is a harmonizer. These people have that unique trait to fully immerse themselves into the world. Maybe you're always asking yourself what the meaning of life is, or wondering about afterlife. Harmonizers are more concerned with the world around them than themselves. And number 7 is a shaman. These are people who pass the torch to future generations so that they can flourish and learn from our mistakes. So, which one of the 7 main types do you think you gravitate towards the most? This is your meaning or purpose. Number 4 is action. Now it's time to take action. Existential crisis often leaves you in a slump. So first of all, I want you to say, sometimes time can heal. If you're in a slump, take things one step at a time. There's absolutely no need to dive in head first. Take small steps and only when you're ready. Eventually, with enough time, they may diminish, or at least you can learn to cope with your thoughts better. One thing you can do is give your thoughts a name. In a study, 4 types of self-talk were analyzed: positive, negative, instructional, and motivational. Only one type of self-talk predicted success. Can you guess which one? You may be surprised to find out that self-talk that leads to success is positive self-talk. Things like "you can do this" or random compliments are simple things that help you give you a happy boost. I want you to also be aware of other thoughts popping in your head. Things like, what's the purpose of life? Why should I do anything? I hate myself. I'm useless. Why is life so miserable? Everyone has negative thoughts, so let's give them a name too. You can name your negative thought maker something like Regina. Now make friends with this Regina, because let's face it, your Regina will be here for a long time, maybe forever. The best thing you can do is make friends and accept her as a critical but harmless part of your life. And if she talks, give her a smile and move forward. Over time, you'll learn to live with her. Next, make a choice. For those of you who are faced with crossroads, rely on your deepest meaning, the one you found out earlier. Only you know what the best choice for yourself is because only you know what means a lot to you. Know that your time isn't forever, because people undergoing an existential crisis have been shown to think about death more often. It's important that one's death is seen as a positive and not a negative thing. Take a page out of Stoic philosophy. Here's what they thought. Because you allow yourself to think about your potential death, you'll live life to the fullest. People who think about death have even been shown to improve physical health and reprioritize goals. While death is a serious topic, it can also be used as a motivator to take control of your life now and live every day to its fullest extent. Use forward momentum and focus on your immediate goals. When you really get stuff done, it's an immediate relief and one less burden to carry. By getting your small, immediate goals done first thing, you will immediately push you towards an upward spiral of positive emotion. Another thing you may want to think about is shift. This is something that you should do if you're stuck in a position you hate or have lost passion for and didn't know what to do then. If you're unsatisfied with what you are doing right now, then try to find a shift. If you're struggling, you should be looking for a challenge to help you grow. Finally, realize that you're not alone. Have you ever been struck with the thought that you're the only human going through an existential crisis right now? I mean, it's not the sort of thing you'll hear from coworkers or friends during parties or podcasts, but at the same time, countless others are undergoing their own existential crises as well. Realize that you're not alone, and even though it may not seem like it at times, everyone is in it together. I hope you found this guide helpful in your journey, and if you have any thoughts or want to leave advice for others, feel free to leave a comment down below. Each step you take towards climbing out will affect you on a deeper level, and every step you take, your ability to be happier and healthier will come clearer. Thank you for watching this video. For more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the Success Bistro.